Hello folks, good morning, good day, and I hope you're having fun. We're back in Enedwaith for a second run. Well, run away is sure what Isengard was doing for a while, but then they came back, and then we had to peace out with them through allying the DUNLAAAAANDs, which for now holds, although they are sending troops through our lands. It'll be interesting to see what they plan to do. It would be whether they are going to attack Heorot, as they would be inclined to do were the alliance not a thing, or whether they are just cruising along the river from its most scenic part, because of course, I mean, hey, we can be partial to our particular wilderness, can't we? But Melmodoc is heading to Alkford, where he is going to meet up with our moot speaker Tremak, and there are some places south of us here that we would do well to engage with, lest Isengard do it for us. They have demonstrated quite a keen interest in this area, so we shall not tarry too much longer, even though we really do need to rebuild our forces. But our economy is recovering from our little spat with Isengard. So all that is all well and good. Not that we want Orwell involved specifically. We wild men like not to surveil our citizens too much. What do we have here? Kandros under attack. Well, that's a message we'll be seeing quite a few times, I would assume.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, Chief Dunkaith.
Your order.
You lovely fella. We will need some... Maybe a grain exchange would be good, actually. Thinking about it, because now we border a couple of settlements, we have some trade relations with people.
Yes, my lord.
Yes. This tower will keep vigil over
And
the
there
lands.
indeed is the Angren Bay. Londair is, well, it's probably a little inaccessible to us at the moment.
Orders, my lord.
But we
Assembling
can
a
send our
mighty
dear
force.
folks out
We're combining forces.
Yes, my lord.
in this direction first.
We shall continue tomorrow.
Then capturing this village,
Taking
which I believe it is, would probably help our economy a tiny bit, but not a lot. Londair is the bigger catch, but it's also bigger. It's a bigger fish. It'll resist us. Okay, Lachan just went through
Yes,
the
my
land.
lord.
Okay.
Yes. Tomorrow's journey.
Let's see if we can
planned out.
strike up a trade
I shall
agreement with
continue
Isengard.
tomorrow.
That would be good. Because, as the AI has firmly established, they border us, and so they attacked us. Yeah. We'll see how long our little peace can last. And if Isengard decides to attack us again, will Dunland side with us, with whom they share culture, or with Isengard, with whom they share a longer relationship? I don't know, but the High Elf leader is dead. Aww. Sweet Elrond. He didn't last long.
As you wish.
Turn 16 and he
Without
got
question.
booted from the game.
As you wish. Stopping here. I shall continue tomorrow.
We didn't establish relations with Bree, but, I mean, we're nowhere near them, really. In actual terms, they are bordered by Dunland, not us. So,
Your orders, my lord.
Oh, here we have Londangren, and it's a town. Okay.
We
We can definitely use a town. That's good news.
Tomorrow.
It's slightly more developed than I feared it, you know, or slightly less undeveloped than I feared it might have been. So currently we're building in all places except for here, so a leather tanner, yeah, why not? Gives us an extra 40 a turn.
Your orders.
It's a decent enough little investment, not that it changes everything, but you know, it adds that little trickle, and better at that 40 gold coin trickle sooner rather than later. Because by turn 30, it will start paying itself back in dividends, and that's good. Okay. Yes, get to know Dominion and Isengard. You know, I was just about to do exactly that.
You bring a proposition for my king.
You bet your buttocks I bring a proposition for your king. Let's see if we can also get a little bit of a boost out of this. 750 for the generous offer of trading with us.
Please
Lovely.
continue
Okay.
with your suggestions.
Allying them? I mean, that would be interesting because then we could sort of take a more dastardly approach and go fight Bree, for instance. That would be fun. Let's see if they say yes. No, they don't.
Welcome your further good reason.
Oh yes, I have so good reason.
I leave this
Oh,
your time
okay.
most valuable.
Yes, stopping
Alright.
here.
But we got some Tauta in our capital, which is, it's something. Oh, hello, Zogrul. Well,
Yes, my lord.
Is that what you want?
you're too late, my friend.
To battle?
Maybe friend is a little
We
generous,
shall
but you're too
prevail.
late anyway.
Yes.
Go and annoy Gondor or something. You still have not attacked Rohan. What is it with you, Isengard? This is very much unlike you. Anywho, I think a meeting hall would be a good idea, to be honest. What is this? A way station. Okay. For regional recruitment and retraining. Well, that boosts our finances a little bit, which is always welcome, naturally. Morty! And what tea are you drinking? Let me know, let me know. Oh, come on. Isengard, you're throwing away our trade agreement. Stop it.
Rally to me, men! We must regroup.
Ugh.
Pulling back from the walls.
Okay. Well, that forces the hand of Dunland, and we will see where the chips land. Take Lolangren. Damn it! This is exactly what I did not want to happen.
My lord.
Okay, well, let's go and see if
As
we
you
can
wish.
re-engage
Yes.
with Dunland.
As you wish. Yes.
Come,
I
sweet
shall
friends.
continue
You know we
tomorrow.
are practically
Tomorrow's journey
cousins.
planned out.
Okay, so don't
Yes, my lord.
Yes. We can go
don't
no
leave us
further.
completely in the dark, eh?
This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
Goodness.
We shall continue tomorrow.
Okay. Well, with reduced trade, our funds are drying up. Great.
Your orders, my
Well, we
lord.
could build a tower somewhere around here.
Yes.
Okay.
There is
That
no
got him a
glory
bit too
in
far
hiding
away,
like this, my
apparently.
lord.
Yes, my lord.
Well,
This tower
just
will
see
keep
if
vigil over the lands.
the town survives the
With
turn
honor.
without sweet Fyongan to charm
Your
them.
orders, my lord.
No, they riot immediately. Flubbin' hell. Well, Isengard, if you keep punching me, I will never be able to trade my fish with you. We have no movement points at all. Oh my goodness. This is just not what we're geared for. Folks, I think this campaign is going to be a pretty tricky one. Okay. Oh. Well, save it quickly and then
Muster your
apparently we'll have to make a
men.
stand.
We march into battle.
Okay. We have a decent hill over here. And we could feasibly just take this and retreat from here. Well, we can't retreat as such, I think. I don't think, because we don't have any movement points. So, withdrawal is limited. But, I mean, we have 3 general's abilities. That must count for something. My goodness, there are a lot of them. We have to be defending Alkford if we are to survive an army like this. And now it's raining, so our arrows aren't even very effective anymore. This is all just a bit of a problem, isn't it? Foresters of Dubsheath, start shooting Banguards, I think. The more of those that die, the better. Are you shooting the Banguards? No, you're not. Why aren't you shooting the Banguards? Come on. Ugh. And we can't even withdraw. So my best tactic will simply be to end to forfeit the battle, so to speak. We're gonna come out screaming at them, so to speak. No, no, the cavalry's coming in.
We've been dealt a stinging.
Goodness me! And they healed most of their fallen, actually. We suffered losses, particularly with the Faulan and the Mohaini. A great, great sadness fills me today. But if nothing else, this might act as pushing our army back to our capital, which is actually somewhat defensible. Where they are likely to find us soon. Blimmin' Isengard. Come on, Rohan, get in the game, is what I say.
Disgraced. Fall back and retreat.
Where is Rohan? Where was Rohan when Alkford fell? Where was Rohan when the enemy closed in around us? Where was Rohan?
Yes.
They were sitting there pickling their cucumbers. They bloody were.
With honor.
Retraining some backstory is probably a good idea.
My lord.
Crikey alive.
The day is ours. We have
I will not
conquered,
tolerate that
my
fort
lord.
on my land.
My lord.
Yes, my lord.
And Heorot, of course, borders them as well. This is a pretty sad situation, all in all. What can we do? Well, we could save up for fishery, of course, which would be really good to have. Okay.
Yes, my lord. What is it
You can, only you can save us. Altair.
I must say. Good day to you.
They're not convinced. Okay. Well, that spells lovely things, doesn't it?
Yes.
We're gonna keep all our troops in Dunland, in Alkford. And then Dunland, what are you gonna do? Meh. Meh. If Dunland attacks us too, then things are gonna get ugly. But this army, I think we can definitely deal with them in Alkford with the additional troops we had there, with some retraining and with our defenses. It all helps. It adds together. And with our general's abilities, we'll smack them on the head. Dorwinian has gone with Avari. Okay. And of course, here comes Dunland.
I'm gonna stick you.
Well, now we're essentially waiting for them to attack us. Balvin, I want you to train some Tauta. And I want Fionan in Heorot.
We shall continue tomorrow.
And we'll see what we can do. What does it take for Rohan to get in the game?
Attack!
So, the Ghoul is confident that he can take Alkford and crush us where we stand. Crush our entire nation, as it would appear. Because, I mean, our entire family is in here. But, he is mistaken. He could not be more wrong. We're Bankrupting's coming over there, so maybe that's a good place for Tramak. Then we could have our huntsmen simply on these walls. Who are coming up on the tower? Well, if we put all you guys together, you might actually stand a chance. So that's what we're gonna do. And then that's it for their walls. Now, we're of course going to have the Tauta down here. Maybe we should just have all of our archers here. We'll put just slightly smarter once battle begins. Like so. And you guys, I think you have a pretty decent position from where you are. You have your lovely arrows there. Happy to see those in action. Let's shoot the Vanguard initially. Because there's no reason to shoot wooden arrows into a tower. Not really going to help matters much. But shooting those guys, now that is going to help. Oh, and the axes fly. Ooh, look at how many fall to those volleys. It's pretty neat. Yeah, another one. Yes, it's good. It's good to see. Ooh. Okay, yeah, they're going to be struggling from now on. So, what can we shoot apart from that? Well, we can definitely shoot some raiders. Huntsman, who are you shooting at? Well, you're currently shooting mostly at people that are not really going to help. What do we have here?
The enemy have ladders at the walls.
Oh!
Repel the attackers. Give
Hey,
them steel.
guys. Newsflash, the enemy's over here. We could possibly pull off this battle without them, but their company would be appreciated. Look at that. Bowland warriors ready to meet some spear guard. Oh, hello. What do we have here? Crossbows. Moving around. Interesting. But do they have any equipment? It would seem to not be the case. Vanguard smacked on the head. %22% of all enemies are fallen. Okay. Hunters. Smack those guys on the head with your bows, please. And then here, get some more combat effectiveness going. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it, I think. I think you're at the we're at a point where the spear guard need to be addressed with arrows. And the backstory of Tramak are probably just about ready to do their thing too. Hello there, fellow backstory. Come. Why you wanted to start off at the opposite end of the battle and why I did not see you there? Well, let's just chuck that one up to chance, right? Raiders coming up on the walls. Not the smartest thing they could do. Ha! Kick him in the gonads. Very good. Okay. And the spear guard are getting decimated by our foresters, which is very, very nice to see. Let's concentrate some more fire on the middle down there. Another war cry. We shall shake these Urukai. Ooh, they're trying to go up the ladders with that general of all things. One wonders as to whether that is actually a good idea for them. The answer is no, it's not a good idea. Only 47 spear guard remain on this wall section, which is very, very uplifting news. 45. Yeah. Hack them some more. Give them a nice bit of going. Give them a bit of your axe. Give them a bit of your hand, your leg, your everything. Just smack them on the head with everything you have to hand and all will be well. Bastoy, welcome to the fray. Why don't you set up over here and start throwing axes at the enemy? That would be amazing. Come on. Please tell me you can hit something. No, you can't. Okay, need to get closer. Come on. Give it a go. No? Seriously. Like three of you can throw axes. That's a bit Sad. Well. Time to make some battle cries and to make sure every Uruk dies. Yeah, that's good. Very good. The last of the bodyguard come in and they die. The Urukai raiders try and they die. They try and they flee and they try and they die. Very good. Very good. The Gruul is dead. We have observed some casualties, but mostly of the Tauta, and they are our most replaceable troops. So we shall not be too worried with those losses. That's okay. Can you guys catch anyone? Oh, you actually can. You're legitimately quite quick. As long as you, you know, put your mind to it. Yeah, there we go. That's a decent catch for an infantry unit. Keep running, keep running. Run them down. How quick are you guys? 110% movement speed. That's not bad. I haven't actually checked. Okay. But seems that many of our troops are indeed incredibly well endowed when it comes to movement speed. We should use that a bit more. The Fallen Warriors is a good example. Alright. Well, I think we're done.
The enemy are utterly vanquished. This is
Look at that. Dupsheath Foresters and Keefi Huntsmen taking our enemy to task and bringing Enedwaith glory. And the Tauta are also doing okay despite being completely scuppered down there. Asked to hold back a tide of 1,000 orcs. Now these kind of losses we can definitely sustain. It's in the open field where we're a bit more challenged. We can't necessarily make the best use of all of our tactical advantages if we are completely outnumbered in the open. But we can try. Let's see what happens. Oh, they will not pay the ransom. Ah, but Dunland will attack. Dunland! Looks like we will be needing some mercenary troops. What do they have? 4 units of nondescript character.
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord. Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Your will, my lord. With honor.
Your orders, my lord.
If we move over here, then no.
Yes,
we're outside the field of battle. Then all we can really hope for is that they don't find themselves satisfied with the ram they have. Because there's little we can do about it otherwise.
My lord. Your will, my lord. As you wish.
But we can save a bit of money by putting folks in forts.
Yes, my lord.
Of course, we can send out our dear Tremak.
Yes. This tower will keep vigil
to see what's out there.
With honor.
Apparently Geretak is there, but he can't quite reach us. It's good to have a little bit of early warning. More dark skirmishes. Will take another 14 turns to train. But it's because we need the fisheries. That's where they are plentiful.
My lord, this had best be worth our time until we meet
Apparently it's not worth their time.
again.
Bloody
As you
hell.
wish. I shall continue tomorrow.
Come on, Rohan.
Stopping here.
Get in the fight. Enedwaith cannot take on Isengard alone. Particularly not with Dunland breathing down our necks as well. It's sort of ludicrous. Yeah. A Maya just deciding, yeah, Enedwaith should not exist anymore. Okay, at least they did not attack
Your orders, my
Heorot.
lord.
Yes.
And Lord Angren is being attacked by Isengard, but they have not broken it on the first try. Now would be a perfect time to try and take it. If not for the fact that, of course, Isengard would take advantage of us thinly stretched forces.
Yes, my lord.
Now,
As you command.
Artair. He comes with axemen and spearmen, which means we have some ranged advantage through Fionnan, who has skirmishes. So let's do it. We should take them on right now.
We attack.
We shall use their pikes against them. Ah.
Units, await my orders. Where is the fight? Assemble the men. Forward.
Then, up there. Hello there. Hello, good friends. So, do they come toward us? Yeah, they do. Okay. So our border guards will come in as essentially a little bit of an aid toward the end of the battle. And that's fine, to be honest. It's fine. Let's form out nice and wide. And then those axemen. Yep, get them in range. Let's reduce them a bit. Let's actually do something. Come on. Thank you. Very good. Very nice. Another. They seem to be going for our supporting general first, which is a strange tactic, given that their most threatening enemy is right here.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
But if they want to go to our spearmen and attack them up there, then let's just set up nicely on this little bit of hill and greet them with whatever melee advantage we can come to. Ooh, looking good, looking good. We're already trouncing them down here. It's really good.
Half the enemy force remains.
Now they're already running away. Oh no! They lost us. And now they're running back. Okay. Let's pursue them then. Oh no, no, no.
Coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Long spears! Set up over there. Okay, so this is a very evenly matched affair. It is then our duty to make sure it does not remain that way. Here come the skirmishers.
Without their general, they may lose heart and flee.
They shall do no such thing because their friends are upon them.
Behold how our cowardly
there we
foe
go.
runs. It's time to press the attack.
Very good. And run them down as punishment. Fionlar. That was your name, wasn't it? Yes, I think it was, good sir. You have served your country, your nation, with distinction. Fionnan. 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 Fionnan? Or maybe. More dark skirmishers. Sustained 2 losses and killed 227. Caught 50 enemies. Very, very good. Heorot shall not fall to these upstarts. We're simple folk, and all we ask is that you leave our land alone. So that our influence in the area may grow unchallenged, and we may inevitably turn into a superpower far greater than anything you could ever muster. Dunland.
A wise choice, Mill. We have triumphed.
Your orders, my lord.
So, I suppose a leather tanner would be pretty good. Get some touter going. And we'll see when we can muster the cash for purchasing Barrett Vin. Oh my god, Dunland. Now we'll have to defend that as well, won't we? Yes, we will.
Yes, my lord.
Medal Medoc. You have the Fowland Warriors. You should go over there. Pyongan.
My lord.
You will go back to Barrett Vin. They're trying to split our attention. And you can't deny that it is reasonably effective. Because we do literally see our attention split.
I will only address you in battle. Be gone.
Hello, Rohan. Why don't you knock on the Orthanc? Prove yourselves useful. Come on.
Yes, my lord.
Ah, okay.
You have a proposition?
No,
sir?
finally, you're at war with
Thank you.
Isengard. Okay, well, I can ask no more then. Finally. But it's because they're also at war with Dol Guldur. Why are you at war with Dol Guldur? You strange, strange people. Is it because they've crossed the Anduin? I suppose it is because they've crossed the Anduin. There's literally no other way that could ever work out. Lothlorien is at war with Isengard, but, I mean,
Yes, my lord. Yes.
for all intents and
as you
purposes,
wish.
that's,
Impossible. Without question.
it's not really too meaningful.
Yes, my lord.
Yes. We shall continue tomorrow.
Okay, let's start with a meeting hall in Barrett Vin.
Your orders, my lord.
Making camp here. I will only address you in battle. My lord. By your command.
And here, a great hall would be good. for the free upkeep, but it's not really tipping the scales on the population growth as such. We need more income, and we need some population growth. So chicken farm would be good, but a mason's hall is going to be required as well, just to get things going. We do have a small but steady surplus of cash, so it's not completely unsustainable to spring for one of those.
Your will, my lord. As you wish.
Come to me, Dunland, come. Taste my might and fury. Or something. Anything, really. Just get over here, I guess. Or go away again. Either or, ideally both, actually. Ah, okay. They tarry. They do not attack us yet. They saw Rohan the mighty, and they shivered with fear.
To launch a cowardly ambush if need be.
Building a mason's hall, very nice, very good. We also need to grow this place. For now, the small income boost is definitely quite welcome. So ideally what we can do is we can... Isengard, you keep interrupting my train of thought. Would you please stop it? Get off my train tracks, okay? Clear off! You imbecilic orcs! Would you please remove yourselves from this land? Okay, Mason's Hall in Bardveen. It will help make the fishery more affordable later on. We must work within our means. I have a plan.
Yes.
It's a fantastic plan. So, Gam sits there. He's got Reavers, he's got Raiders, he's got Archers. Units that are all quite susceptible to Chieftain Dunkite's fantastic arrows. And he happens to be joining at just the right moment.
Units, await my orders.
We're gonna smack up the enemy, and they are gonna be sad. Sad they came and sad about all the good times that they never had. We're gonna smack up our enemy and they are going to be sad. So, Huntsman, over there. Essentially, we're going to bait them into attacking our towers. And backstory, I'm going to put you over here in this corner. Tauta. You go up there. Mohaini brothers. Brave warriors all. Come, huntsman. Would you please? Thank you. Here come the foresters. Very good. Here come the huntsman. And backstory, you might as well run as well. Gotta love their speed. No. That's where their archers are. I'm actually not that interested in shooting their archers up initially. New plan. New plan. Why don't we take the Tota and put them somewhere over there. And then Tlamak. You'll be going down on the ground floor. Huntsman. I think your position's quite a bit better up here. So that's where you're going. Then we want these Tota to ambush their archers as they come running. Hopefully. Can you hide in this tree? It would be completely ridiculous for 190 men to hide behind a tree. But I want to see it in action. Does it work? No. Not really. Shoot the reavers, please. What was it you did not understand there? Shoot the reavers. Come on. You're too far away? Try this one. Better. Much better. Okay. Started running towards us with the archers first. That's a bit annoying, but I mean, we can just run away in turn. It's all good. We can outrun them. I say. And then they shoot us. Tota, you will be needed up here. Foresters. Maybe you'll just be needed on the walls, to be honest. Ha!
If we continue like this, we
Hack
will
and slash,
smash the
everybody. Hack and slash. And as soon as those raiders come into range, I want you to open fire upon them. Do not take your charge with a light heart, everybody. Killing is a grueling line of work. But in that grueling cruelty lies honor. And eventually, peace for our people.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Most of our touter, I think, must have fallen to our own arrows. But at least, we are definitely crushing these foes, and we're not losing our most valuable troops, which again makes victory all the sweeter. And there they go. They run away. 3 of them run away. Oh, sorry. 0 of them run away. Except some archers, I suppose. But that's okay.
Be awed by the victory we
A
have
single
won
archer
here
made it
today.
out. Yeah, 75 lost to friendly fire. That's a pity. But we healed our foresters and we healed 27 of you. So it's all good, isn't it? With another sweet little triumph under our belts, we shall carry on as we mean to. Bloody Isengard. To be fair, were those 3 units to attack us, Tamak would have handled them single-handedly.
An honorable, glorious victory.
Your orders, my lord.
But, you know,
With honor.
best be careful, I suppose. And we use the cash from the battle, salvaged from the corpses of our foes, for the purpose of retraining our troops.
My lord.
And then we save some cash for next turn, where we might actually be able to build something. Who'd have thought? We shall construct our palaces within these hallowed grounds. Hello, Isengard. Don't you have to worry about those bloody horse lords on your eastern flank? Is there really nothing more important to you than messing with wildmen?
I'm gonna
Apparently not.
stick
Here
you.
comes alerts. Okay.
I'm gonna
All right.
stick you.
All right. Some clan heralds could be nice. That's a decent unit.
Have a taste of my blade. Orders, yes, my lord.
I'm sort of thinking, what's it looking like? It's looking like we're having a healthy bit of money for next turn, because most of our troops are free upkeep, which is good. Which is good. Let's go for some communal farming in Heorot while we do have the chance.
I'm
Look,
gonna
look.
stick you.
We can pull the same tricks again and again.
Taste of my blade.
It'll be okay. Unless they have cavalry, but
I'm
in
gonna
which case.
stick
In that
you.
case, we can just sit in Alkfood and be okay, I think. Maybe train an extra unit of huntsmen, and that's all we need. So, Isengard, do you want to attack Alkfood again? Die once again upon this hill of stupidity that you seem to have constructed out of nothing but dirt, blood,
We must
and
make a
soil.
stand. We are besieged.
Yeah, apparently so. And here comes Lurtz to drive the point home. Kandahar come. Well, fair enough.
Have a taste
But
of
that's
my
enough about
blade.
their sex life. Let's
I'm gonna stick you.
think
Have a taste
about
of
the
my
Uruk
blade.
Reavers. We can't see any more of the army, but we know that Lurtz has berserkers, right? Yeah, he does. So he will be susceptible to our hunters of all troops. Yeah. And the fishery is now in reach. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And Heorot, you are building your farm network, which is good. So, yeah, Isengard, want to close out the episode with a foolish attack on our capital? You shall be welcome. That's exactly what they do. They come with reavers and reavers and raiders and raiders, and we shall deter them every single one. Every single one of them. They will die. They have only a ram to their name. And we shall be ramming that ram down their throats, see if they even try to mess with the great nation of Enedwaith. Okay. Tramak, you can situate yourself up here for now. That's fine. And there. And so, aim for the reavers. Let's keep up with our off using all of our axes in one go. We're going to use them when the ram is close. Look at that, the hunters are decimating the reavers already. And I think the reavers might just be the more threatening of our foes here today, but regardless. Yeah, let's also use our axes on these raiders. Oh my goodness, they're falling!
Curses! The enemy are battering down
Just
our gates.
like that.
Blast their eyes! The enemy's ram is through our gates.
Alright, archers, prepare to shoot them as they enter our dear home.
The walls are no longer ours. The enemy have taken.
Shoot the reavers. Shoot them well and good.
If we continue
Shoot
like this,
the
we will
reavers.
smash the
Shoot them like you know you should. Shoot the reavers. Everyone must die. At least that's what we will live by. Shoot the reavers. Oh, what are they doing? Apparently they're confused. So when we don't have any more ammunition left,
The
our
enemy are
Backstory
badly
will
bloodied.
descend upon
They
them.
have lost half their men.
Oh, hello. You want to come up? Well, that's fair enough, I suppose. But you should expect me to fight back if you do such a foolish act. Start smacking up every orc that comes near us. They shall find us fierce defenders of everything we hold dear. And they're off.
The enemy are utterly vanquished.
Keep
This
Eye
is a
Huntsman.
great
301. They
victory
didn't
worthy
even
of
get
only
experience
the
bonuses for that.
mightiest of generals.
Well, okay. There's always another day. And by golly, they must be close to their next little level up. Took out almost half our enemies. Well done, Huntsman of Keefi. Keefi? Not sure how to pronounce that, to be honest, but I will definitely do it anyway. I shall pronounce and mispronounce to my dying day.
A prime position to launch a cowardly ambush if need.
Aww. Farewell, Isengard.
Victory!
What is that? Lurds? Lurds? How did you get those forces? Where did you get that from? It seems we have no choice but to defend our food from a horde of orcs. So, Dunland, you're busy with Bree. That's nice to see.
My lord, as you wish.
And here, the front against Rohan
Yes.
is,
Your orders, as you
it's a bit stalematey, isn't it?
Yes.
We shall hear you out.
Oh, you want a ceasefire now? Yes, yes, I'll take your ceasefire. For 1,000.
Another
Thank
course
you.
of wisdom for
And then I will trade with you for another 1,000.
You speak honorably, friend. Farewell.
Then actually,
Yes, my
I'm
lord.
just going to take
Your will, my lord.
my men
My lord.
and send them back into a fort.
Orders, yes.
And we're going to see how long this lasts. But for now, let's get a Master Mason's Hall up in there. So, Lutz, what are you going to do? Let's just briefly take a look down here. They still have not taken that town. That coastal province. Which would actually be really handy to have. Of course, it extends our front. Lutz!
We stand vigil as the enemy surrounds us.
Lutz. First Captain Gobblecock. What the fuck? Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing so much, but Isengard infuriates me.
Yes, my lord.
Is it peace you have come to ask for?
You bet your bollocks it's peace I've come to ask for.
We have no complaints.
Okay,
Welcome
good.
Your further good reason.
I am essentially going to siphon off your budgets.
Your plans, another course of wisdom. This goodbye. We look forward to our
All
next
right.
meeting.
Ah, my crikey. By golly. Let's get a Clan Herald unit because that brings a general. I want to send a force to Londare at last. Oh, hello, Dunlandings. Are you inclined to ask for peace as well? One would sure hope this is the case. So we have 3 available upkeep, so let's get some Tauta. Why not? And then up here in Baradvin, we are using our 3 spots. Excellent, excellent.
Your will, my lord.
So, heads or tails? Isengard attacks again. Which will it be? Dum da da dum da da dum 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 da da dum 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 dum. How far does reach Isengard's stupidity? Dum da da dum da 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 he da he. It would
We must
seem
make a
that
stand.
the stupidity knows no bounds.
Like this, my lord.
Oh dear. How far reacheth the stupidity of our enemy? How far doth it reach into the coffers, one might ask?
Please
Excellent.
continue with your
I will continue siphoning off your budgets.
Not a bad offer. Your time was most valuable. We thank you.
Okay. Time to hire some more soldiers, I suppose. Ah, Dunland, you are absolutely making yourself a nuisance.
No, fool. Send your emissary to me.
Ah, I will eventually.
Yes, my lord.
Orders. As you wish.
We could grab some folks from Bad at Vin.
Your will, my lord. My lord.
Send them over there. Into that fort. Train some new ones. We have money to make it happen. Master Mason's Hall, please.
Yes, my lord.
Is that what you want? Come and get me.
Stop standing there and causing devastation across the border. Please. Baradvin fishery. What do we want? We want some growth here. That would be really nice. So why don't we get some chicken farming going? That should help. And a herbalist. That should help too. And then after that, a port. That's a decent bit of growth there. So Isengard, I hope you see that we are better off at peace than at war, for the time being at least. But Lutz is just going rogue. It feels very much like we're talking to the diplomats in their heartlands, and then Lutz is just, I mean, he's out there, he's furious, he's a berserker after all, he's just doing everything his way. He's the rogue captain who feels like he needs to settle in his ancestral score with us.
But untrustworthy foe, what lies do you bring us then?
But the bureaucrats of the Orthanc seem to be very receptive, and they tell him off time and time again, but no matter how many times they tell off Lutz, he just keeps misbehaving.
Complaints. Goodbye. We look forward to our next meeting.
But it is very profitable for us, so there's that.
Yes. Orders. Victory in your
My
name,
God!
We have
That is a
won.
garrison and a half.
Your orders, my lord.
Okay, we're gonna need a bigger boat, everybody. War, peace, war, peace, war and peace, and war and peace. Tolstoy is rolling in his grave.
Yes, my lord. Conceding troops.
So we could get some Corsair archers. What on earth are they doing here? Anyway. My goodness, Londair. How does it have so many troops in it? That's just insane. It makes me wonder if if the rebel faction has pulled troops from like Saruman or something. Saruman or something. But it certainly makes it seem like the more obvious choice for now is to take whatever we have and throw it at Lord Angren instead, because it at least has a port, you know. It's
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Yes. We'll make camp here.
yeah. But we're reaching the end of today's episode. I wanted it to progress a little bit more. We still have the same number of regions, which is annoying, but that's what happens when two powerful neighbors attack you. So, Lurtz, are you going to take that fort? It looks mighty pretty, doesn't it? Ugh. Go away.
Let us try words and not war for a change. Do you think we hope for more fruitful parts?
I mean, if you want to attack me, Dunland, then make good on your word and attack me. Don't just go there and say, oh, we might attack you. I mean, we're technically at war. We might attack you unless you pay us. I mean, come on.
Be gone.
Your orders, my lord.
My lord.
Okay, here we go again.
Yes, my lord.
We shall hear you out, but do not expect much.
I shall not expect much. Just...
I must inform you, we cannot agree.
Oh, you're bankrupt now. Okay.
Please
Then-
continue with your suggestions.
I'm gonna get a little bit out of this. 500. You have 500, surely.
Well, you speak honorably.
Okay,
friend.
so we have now
Farewell.
essentially depleted their coffers completely.
Your will, my lord. As you wish.
Yes, my lord.
Goodness.
We have orders.
Okay, so Suduri is pretty much left behind in favor of Londare. And look at how many troops they have there. That's insane.
Is that what you want?
So Lurtz, why don't you go over and bother those guys? Truly, that must be the best course of action, surely. I want to take at least one settlement in this bloody episode. And the most efficient way of doing so is apparently to expect Isengard to over and over again run their heads directly into a diplomatic wall. And here Lurtz comes again, right? I'm sure he does. Oh yeah, that fort did look very pretty, didn't it? Yeah, I know. And now he's gonna sit in there. The pillock. You can have the fort, Lurtz. You can have that fort. It's okay. Compliments of the house.
The enemy here.
The Orthanc flourishes. Ah, now they have taken that town. Ugh. Okay. Well,
My lord.
what can we do then? Suduri? I mean, we could do that. We could.
Your will, my lord. My lord.
Your orders, my lord.
Orders. With honor. To battle. We shall. Your will, my lord.
To Suduri we go.
Your orders.
Ah, Glairthane. I'm happy to see you here.
Is it peace you have come to ask for?
Yes, it is.
Not a bad offer.
Okay.
Another course of
And then
wisdom.
some trade rights, just to, you know, give you a little bit extra incentive to leave us alone next time.
Look forward to our next meeting.
Rune and Dorwinian finally at war. Phylani herders. Oh, that's interesting. They will be handy. They will be handy. They come from Tchekian farming. Ah, okay. That's cool.
Yes, my lord.
Orders.
Your orders, my lord.
Come on, Dunland. If you think you're hard enough for this fight.
Yes, my lord.
We should train another diplomat. Send him north. Because it looks like our current one is just going to find constant employment in annoying Isengard's diplomats. Because as things stand, that's actually a pretty decent strategy, I think. Ah,
We must
hello.
make a stand.
Hello, alerts.
We are
Ah,
besieged.
here Dunland comes. Finally.
We stand vigil as the enemy
They
surrounds
come
us.
for Barad Vin as well. Good luck, fools. Eredluin accepts darkness.
My lord.
Okay. We know very little of Rohan. Okay. Well.
Trustworthy foe, what lies do you bring us then?
I don't bring you lies. I just want you to spend money on me.
Please continue with your suggestions.
I have a war machine to
Honorably,
fund.
friend. Farewell.
Okay. Eredluin is just all up in everyone's grills now. Broken alliances with all the dwarves. Truce with the enemy. And okay. But we did get our wonderful Master Mason's Hall in Heorot. And that means that the Great Hall will be not too far behind. So what did they come with up here? 3 units. Dunland,
I will only address
you don't know what you're doing. Attack me if you must. But none of this will matter. We shall rise above you. We have our plans. We have our designs. We have our techniques. And let's strikes again.
We are besieged.
Oh, yes, he does. War. Oh, hello, Saruman.
Yes, my lord.
Is it
Let's talk to the
peace
man himself.
you have come to ask for?
It is peace I've come to ask for. And you want it too, I know.
Your plans, another course of wisdom to share.
Let's see if Saruman is more generous.
We have
Yeah, he is.
comments with- Goodbye.
Very nice.
We look forward to our next meeting.
More diplomats, more huntsmen. Caradoc apparently cannot be persuaded to leave these lands. It's fine. Let's get some herders. Ooh, and some more Mordag skirmishers, because they are good. Their effective against armor trait is a credit to everyone in those units. 2 turns till Suduri. We are draining Orthank's cash. We are taking away their stash. They come to kill, they
We
come
stand
to
vigil as
thrash,
the
but
enemy
all they
surrounds us.
find, well, is a bill, really. And Rohan comes with a lot of basic infantry, but, you know, he's got some long spears and they got some armor upgrades, so they might put up a fight, who knows.
Muster your courage, men. We march into battle.
But regardless, we are going to throw them out quite decisively.
Units, await my orders.
This is our land.
Move out! Where is the fight? March! Onward! Move out! March! March! Move out!
Come here, come here. Okay. And then border guards, you just bringing up the rear, really. And none of those siege machines will be doing anything except for the ram.
Bring me spears! Spears! Bring me a horse to skewer! Forward! March!
My friends, my fellows, you have been summoned today with a grave charge to your name. You are defenders of this land, and there is an enemy at hand that would like nothing more than to take your ancestral homes from you. Well, sort of ancestral. We've had them for a few seasons now. And in those seasons, we have indeed built up this place into a magnificent, magnificent home. And we shall not let them take it away.
Blast their eyes! The enemy's ram is
They will stream in like water from a broken dam. And it is our duty to then break them in turn.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
We shall not fall. We may not have the greatest infrastructure of defense to aid us today, but we have the might and the skill and the knowledge of the land that will win the day. And help us slay any hapless foe that hazards their life upon this front line of ours. Arm yourselves, hunters of Enedwaith.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Oh my goodness, we're pushing them outside the settlement. We've captured the general. Oh, now they're completely in disarray. Very nice, very nice. So, they attack us once again. Spearmen against pikes. Not a favourable trade. Ouch. That is not going well for them at all. Let's push them just a little further.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack. Our foe is utterly vanquished.
Very good.
All who remember this day, remember it as the day of our most glorious victory.
Indeed. Quite glorious, I would say. We've defended our home. We have defended our way.
in position to launch a... An honorable...
Oh, and they come for Barad Vin as well. Of course they do.
The troops by your order.
Now with more troops, apparently.
Come and get
Ah.
coward. My lord.
There we go. That's fine retraining for you. Lurtz is doing things that he probably shouldn't do, but it's okay. What do we have here? Ooh, siege equipment. Interesting. Well, we do have some extra skirmishers, which is very handy. We shall welcome them. And what's the best use of our newly found cash here? Fisherman's Guild House is not too bad. But I think some herders would be really nice. So we're going to go with some chicken farming, and it also grows our settlement a bit.
Yes, my lord.
And then we have a
Stopping
diplomat
here.
to send north.
Tomorrow's journey planned out. Yes, my lord.
Saruman,
We shall
see
hear
sense,
you out,
man.
but do not
See
expect
sense.
much.
Actually, let's go for 1100.
Not enough. We welcome
trade
your
rates?
Further good reason.
600.
Your plan, you speak honorably.
Ooh. Ha
Very
ha ha
well.
ha. Rohan is putting pressure on the buggers.
Yes.
Take an ice and run.
Question.
Theoden, you lovely, lovely lad.
Yes, my lord.
And Suduri is next. I can smell them.
Your orders, my lord.
Almost. I guess allying ourselves with Rohan would help us quite a lot against Isengard and those guys. But in all likelihood, we will be fighting 2 battles on this end turn. One in Barad Vin, and then the rebel uprising. And then this episode will truly be over.
We stand vigil as the enemy surrounds us.
Isengard, I'm quite sick of your guts, but you are profitable. Oh, we are not attacked in Barad Vin. Apparently they want as many ladders as they want to take those very formidable palisades.
We attack!
But that's fine. Means one less battle before we end today, which is certainly well within what I consider today's plan to be. So we have our melee and we have our own backstory. And why are they on the front lines like that? I don't know. But we could put our melee fighters here on the hill. Surely that would be a good idea. And then our foresters could run forth. Shoot those sellswords. Or actually hunters, focus on the mercenaries, the Salarines, and then our general can focus on the sellswords. That'll be good. More mercenaries. More arrows. And our axes will be thrown at the sellswords.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Come on, throw at the sellswords. No? You're not gonna? Well, attack whoever you will then.
Only half the enemy force. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Tota, run after the hunters, please.
The battle is very much in
Oh, the sellswords are confused. They may not be used to being treated in this way.
The enemy general flees. Good tidings. Behold how our
Ha.
awed by the victory we have won here today.
Decent victory. Huntsman. Doing me proud. That's a lower tier archer unit that I can get behind. They have served us really well throughout this campaign so far. Of course, their usefulness will start to veer off. It will sort of dissipate as the enemy comes with better and better troops, better and better armor particularly.
We have
But
triumphed.
so far,
A most noble conquest.
they've been doing good.
Yes, my lord. We shall listen to your proposal, but do not expect much. No. This meeting, as you wish. Stopping here.
Alright, Isengard, I'm gonna give you one more chance.
Untrustworthy
To see
fool.
sense.
What lies do you bring us there?
Oh, you should not be the one to talk about lies, my friend.
We have no. Please continue with your suggestions.
Since you like me so much, I have a special price increased just for you. The bigger the better, right?
Not bad. Goodbye.
Excellent.
We look forward to our next meeting.
I will only address you in battle.
Damn, the devastation here is intense. Baradvin won't be much better off. Should we get a fishery in Suduri? I think that's a good idea. Oh, Dunland holds Caladir. This is bad news, to be honest.
Yes, my lord. There is
So if,
no
if all we've accomplished here is open up a new front with those buggers, then yeah.
Come and get me, you coward.
Okay, but Lon there is
Your orders, my lord.
showing that it might someday
Yes.
be left behind.
With honor, we can go no
Incredible.
further, my lord.
Ah,
This
Nicholin.
tower will keep vigil over the lands.
May not
Yes, my
be
lord.
taken by Dunland yet, but I
We
think
shall
they will
continue
soon.
Tomorrow.
So, we shall certainly require
Yes.
more forces in
Making
Suduri
camp here. This tower will keep vigil over the
and a
lands.
watchtower. Train some more of those guys. They're nice.
Your will, my lord. By your command.
And
Merging
then-
armies, my lord.
Is it with the leather worker, the blacksmith line, so to speak, that we can get a backstory? We're gonna check. We need a great hall probably though. So let's also put that one on the books. What's that? Fear. Okay. They're so afeared of alerts. Or maybe traumatic, I don't know. But anyway, we've taken Suduri. And we shall convert them into fishermen soon enough. And until...
Your orders, my lord.
Next. We'll try to expand northwards a little bit. And eventually we'll come for Londair. If we can just sneak in a nice little siege.
Yes, my lord.
Upon them while they least expect it, then that will be good. But for now, I think we have accomplished what this episode needed to accomplish. And soon, we shall expand beyond the limits of what Isengard could possibly ever hope to control. Let's send some troops into that fort, save a little bit of money. Make sure we don't bleed more cash than we absolutely need to. And then I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. If you are new to this channel, then you could do a lot worse than subscribing, because we have more episodes of this coming up. We have the Northern DUNLAAAAAND coming up as well. In fact, a video might be appearing right on this very screen you are watching. So why don't you take a look at whether that's for your fancy, and I will see you next time. Have a lovely day, and thank you for watching.